Well, here we are, the end of Labor Day weekend, and I got the 68 Camaro up on the rotisserie. It's just going to be up on the rotisserie temporarily because I got to put it on its fixture, considering the fact that I'm cutting pretty much everything away except for the outside body, so everything internal as far as the floor goes, trunk pan, all that's going to be cut away. The rockers are going to be cut off. You can see this is probably hard to see in the camera angle, but this is all collapsed down. They welded something. It's almost as if they tried to weld a new rocker in, but didn't do it very well, or something. Hard to say. But yeah, so this was interesting back here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but part of the floor pan is completely gone. You can see that piece right here, right? It's not there on this one, on this side. But yet they welded in all this extra metal. Didn't do them any good because it wasn't really connected to the floor, I guess what I'm trying to say. So we got a fair amount of rust up here. I think I'm gonna talk to Bob about replacing this firewall. The rust is pretty severe. We got a lot of rust up here. I'm not sure if we'll go that far. I may end up just cleaning all that up and try to salvage what's there instead of replacing the whole cowl and dash. I think it's pretty eaten up, but we'll see if I can sandblast it and salvage it. But the firewall, it really needs to be replaced. You look at some of these areas, you can see right here how it's completely rusted through. I don't know if you can see that. There's holes there. So when it was in the car, or the car was all together, you couldn't see all this stuff. Of course, you can see it now that it's all apart. They literally bondoed and fiberglassed and pop riveted metal back together here. So the bad news is the seam that I'm supposed to be working with, which you can see it right there, is gone because they just welded in pieces of metal. So I really need to, a whole big hole right there. Isn't that fantastic? So you know the rocker is just completely shot. So what I really need to do is replace this firewall. I'll start with the firewall, rip it off, get it all ground up and cleaned up, put the new firewall in place, and then I'll start working my way backwards from there. I'll cut out the floor, cut off the rockers, and replace them. Then at that point, we will put in the door jambs. The new door jambs, you can see, they just cut metal and tried to splice it in. If you look inside here, probably can't see it, but there's brackets and core supports in there. Not core supports, but supports, brackets that are just rusted away. They're not even connected to anything inside there. So when I get the quarters halfway cut off, that's when I can replace and repair all that stuff. So that's where we're at. We at least got her stripped down. I'm probably going to go ahead and obviously remove the top. With all the cutting and welding that's going to take place, I don't want anything to get damaged on that. So I'll remove the whole top assembly. And the dash, the jury's out on that. We need to make a decision on how far we're going to go with it. Right, there's a crack right there. So I think there's a crack over here too. Yeah. If you look at it close. So you can see how that was pitted and rusted at one time. So who knows? I mean, we may replace the dash, the top, at least the top half of the dash. Like I said, jury's out. At least this is solid. I don't know what they call this piece. I forget. But at least this isn't rusted out. So that's good news. And I think they call these the dog houses. The repair job on that was a little Mickey Mouse, but we'll clean it up. At least there's plenty to work with there. Usually those things are totally rusted out too, and they were on my car. But you can see they did a patch job. But for some reason, they actually did a decent job there and got lazy everywhere else. Anyway, that's it for now. So we accomplished our weekend goal to get this thing stripped down and up on the carousel. There it is.